Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Here we are, another day. Living the dream, living that dream. The dreams are being made, and we're just the byproduct of the dream. Let's go. What's new then? What's going on? Tell me about your life.
I'm venturing out into the world today.
Where are you gonna go?
I've got to go to the dentist. Just a checkup.
Yeah?
But it has been a while since I've been.
You scared of dentists?
I'm not scared of dentists, it's just not something anyone really wants to do, is it?
No, it's a bit scary. It can be. Have you ever had any teeth removed?
Yeah.
Not good, is it?
No.
Top or bottom?
Top.
I've had like top and bottom. And I would say bottom's worse.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because this is gonna sound pretty grim, but when what it feels like is like they clamp your tooth, push down and twist. Yeah. That's what it feels like. So when they're doing it on your top, you feel like you've got all like this mass.
Yeah.
To like push
take
against.
Take away, yeah.
But when it's just like this bit, just your jaw, you're like, oh my god, my jaw's gonna fly off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like your bottom bit, yeah. So you're like, oh.
Because I had a top tooth. I had to have root canal, and then they put a temporary filling in, and the temporary filling fell out, and it cracked, but only so like the outer shell of my tooth.
Yeah. Like
part of it cracked off because they couldn't take out the tooth as a whole. They had to crack it into 3 and then take those 3 bits out individually, and it was horrendous. It was horrendous.
So that's gonna be fun. It's only a checkup today.
Yeah, but I know they're gonna find something wrong, because they always do.
Yeah. That's how they make the money though, isn't it? Sweet money. Like, oh yeah, you probably should have that done as well.
I also just think I'm just not lucky with my teeth.
Yeah.
Because it's partly hereditary, isn't it?
I think so.
And all my family have like issues with teeth.
Mm.
So, really fun. Can't wait for that.
No.
I'm looking forward to like going outside though.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I went to the vets the other day. Aside from that, I've not that was my first venture outside of this street.
Wow.
Well, no, I've been for runs and stuff, but
yeah,
properly.
Anything else going on this week? Anything to report? Anything happening?
I've been drawing a lot.
Yeah, you have been drawing a lot. Maybe you could do some fan art for Good Morning World.
Maybe I could. Oh my god.
Maybe you could do the official slogan, the official thing, so we could actually have it like as a thumbnail.
A logo.
Yeah, like the official branded.
Yeah, maybe.
You have the tools now.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'm not great at it though.
Yeah, it's exciting though, isn't it? It doesn't really matter. Like, it's just the effort, isn't it? I've got an email.
Yeah.
To talk about. And this is an email, this is a topic that is pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah.
You might have to do some research for this.
Right.
Not research, but it might be good to check your own.
Okay.
And I'm talking about CVs.
Oh, okay.
And this is an email from someone from Egypt, which is really cool.
Very cool.
And I want to say their name is Mena Zaki.
Very cool name.
Their question is about CVs or resumes for actors. And they've gone through a couple of questions about CVs. Do you remember like creating your CV? Because I'll tell my story and see if we can like jump in. Because I remember creating my first professional CV, or like doing a topic on it, or like a semester on it, I don't know, like whatever you would call it, in college. So not theatre school, but in like 6th form when I was doing performing arts.
Yeah.
I met this teacher, I can't remember his name. He brought his CV in, and was like, this is, because he also was like an actor as well as a teacher. He was like, this is my CV. And it was a really weird CV, a really weird layout. But because he was like the teacher, we were like, oh right, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
But now, no way. I would never do that like that. So basically what he did, so you got your A4 piece of paper, yeah? Turn it. Yeah. Already. Horizontal.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do that?
The picture was half that size. So the picture was like this big. The headshot was like this big.
Right.
And then the CV stuff was like there. So it was like that. Because he was like, for me, I think the headshot should be a bigger than like a smaller size.
Yeah.
And it's just writing. I think that's more important, whatever. And he sort of like brushed it off. And I was like, all right, well, what do I know?
Yeah.
And I think we all sort of copied his style. But that's not the style of a CV.
No.
No, don't do that. Just stick. I always say, well, I don't always say, but I'm thinking now, just stick with the tried and tested version of a CV, which is like a picture in the top right hand corner, like your details, and then there's like certain things you need to mention. Keep it on one page, don't go 3-4 pages because they're not going to print it off. Like the basic stuff, because that's it. As long as it's got all the information on there that they need, and it's on one page, and the picture in the corner, whatever, I think that's it. That's like the basic CV.
The thing I'd always say as well is don't include like school shows.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, obviously that depends on what level you're entering at.
Yeah, obviously. But if you're like going in for your first professional audition, you played like Third Tree on the Left in Into the Woods at school. Like it doesn't look great. If you got to the level now where you are auditioning for like professional shows, get rid of that sort of stuff. Yeah. Because it means nothing. Quality, not quantity. Yeah. It'd be better just having a couple of things that are like, oh, he's actually like done this or she's done that, rather than like, oh, they've done 20 productions but only like 2 of them are like paid. Even if it was like blank and this was your first professional audition and it says you've been to you've trained for 3 years at such and such a drama school, I feel like that's enough. Yeah.
But they do when you do go to drama school, and they do have it in professional programs as well, like playbills. Credits whilst training. Right. That is a section where, so say you did go to theatre school and did, first year did Into the Woods, second year chorus line, third year, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, Les Mis. You would have those probably on your like CV / bio. But they would go as soon as you start getting actual professional work. Yeah. But yeah, very interesting, very interesting.
Well, Spotlight doesn't let you have, because Spotlight is sort of like the CV that most...
So digital CV,
yeah, it's like a digital CV, and that's usually where casting directors either find the people that they want to come and audition in person and use the CVs that come on Spotlight. Yeah. And Spotlight won't let you have a Spotlight until you've either trained at drama school or have 4 professional credits. Yeah. So I feel like once you've got to the point where you have 4 professional credits anyway, you can get rid of the like school stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So Mena has put a couple of questions towards us about CVs. Is this similar to how a typical office job would ask you for a CV when you apply for a job? Do you have a document that lists all shows you've been in and what roles you've played? So that's a CV basically.
Yeah, CV is that.
Yeah, and in the UK, there's a website called Spotlight, which is like the go-between between your agent, like us, and our agent, because we're on the same team, and the casting director. So that little bit between that is called a website called Spotlight. So Spotlight.
It's a database of all actors.
Yeah, basically. So the casting director gets a job and goes, "Hey, Mr. Casting Director, you're now casting Moulin Rouge a musical." Okay. Casting director goes on Spotlight and puts a breakdown out and going, I need 20 people for this musical. They have to have these attributes and can sing this high and dance this well. And they put it out onto Spotlight, and then agents, because their agents have a certain like login, so they can see those breakdowns and go, oh my god, Carrie would be perfect for that. Submit Carrie. So then your CV, Carrie's CV, would go over to the casting director and go, these are the submissions for Moulin Rouge, the musical. And that's when the casting director can be like, no, yeah, put him in the yes pile, you know. And so then he or she creates a yes pile, the casting director, and then that will be the first round of auditions, or the audition room. Do you know what I mean? That's the people who audition. So sometimes you don't even get on the yes pile, which is hard. You could be in a show with your friend, say we're both in Kiss Me Kate, and you're like, oh my god, I've got an audition for Beetlejuice next week, and I'm like, oh right. I call my agent and go, why am I not in for Beetlejuice? And they're like, well, just didn't want to see you. Obviously, you don't think you're right. And sometimes that happens. So you're like, okay, always next year.
Sometimes your agent will like fight for you and fight for you to be in the room. Because we now have like digital CVs, I've never had to like print off my CV and go in and like hand my CV over to the casting director. Like they will always, most of the time they will already be privy to that. Like, they will already have all of that information in front of them.
The only time you ever will have to print off your CV is if you go to an open call.
Audition.
Like, because it's an open audition, they're not going to have everyone's CVs already printed out.
Yeah,
because
because
they don't know
thousands of people could turn up.
Yeah, they don't know who's going to turn up.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have a CV, like a physical CV that you can print out if you do go to an open audition. But like you say, closed auditions, when you walk in, normally all the CVs are like on the table. And when you like start your audition, the director might be looking at it. Sometimes it's on the laptop and they're like looking at your CV as you're singing and just seeing what you're doing, that sort of stuff. So yeah, it is like a normal job, I guess. It lists all your like skills, all your like past employment. It's just a bit more specific. Yeah.
There's a lot about appearance on there as
Yeah,
well, like playing age and height and eye colour and hair colour.
Yeah. What's a secret or hidden talent skill that you've listed on your CV? My little secret or hidden would be my Diablo. My Diablo skills is on my CV. So on my CV, in the other skills section, which you can have anything, can't you? Like, you can pick anything. I have dance teacher, Diablo, director, which I've never directed anything, but I guess it's a skill that I just feel like I have, and improvisation. Improv.
I'd never put improv down. Oh my god.
I think I'd be alright at it.
No way.
So I'm going to talk quickly about like the skills section of a CV. This is really important because there's 5 like sections here. So there's accents and dialects, music and dance, performance, sports, and then other skills. But there's this thing on Spotlight which is the hardest thing to judge. And if you put a little like star next to a skill, it means you're highly skilled at it.
Yeah.
Which is like the hardest thing to judge. Like, I remember being in 3rd year at college thinking, well, I'm pretty good in this college at like dancing or singing. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, but is it going to be the same when you get out into the big bad world?
I think some of my star stuff is like pas de deux, because I was really good at pas de deux in college, which is like partner work, so like lifting people and doing loads of like dancing together, like partner work. But it's still highly skilled. But I've seen people do pas de deux, like I'm like, oh my god, they are amazing. So I don't know if I'm highly skilled anymore. But it's hard. It's hard to say. Like, it's hard to judge if you're highly skilled at something when the pool is so big.
I always play it down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to log into my thing now to find out what I've actually put. But I don't think there's much on there.
My highly skilled things are, on my CV, jazz dancing, pas de deux, tenor, highly skilled tenor, apparently, badminton, basketball, and football. And they're like the highly skilled things. And we talked about the section about appearance, like what's required or what's like on a Spotlight CV about like what your appearance is basically. So I'll go through them, what they say. So you have height, weight, playing age, appearance, eye colour, hair length. Then this is really hard to judge. Voice character and voice quality. How do you judge your voice character / quality? I found that really hard when I was picking it. So I went for voice character was friendly. A friendly voice character. And then voice quality, warm.
Oh yeah, my other skills just says photographic model.
Yeah!
I don't know why that's in there. Vehicle licenses, I've got a car driving licence. Yeah. Music and dance, contemporary singing, highly skilled, got my little asterisk. Guitar, mezzo soprano, piano, I was going to say piano, mezzo soprano, piano. Singer-songwriter, singing, general.
General singing.
General.
Good at all.
And ukulele.
Ah.
And performance just says actor, singer, musical theatre, singer, professional, voiceover. This is so funny because it's got all the stuff I did as a kid as well.
Is it?
Yeah, I forgot there was a lot that I did as a kid. I was in an Aero commercial as a child.
Wow.
I was in a feature film about Princess Beatrix. I was in a dog food commercial, a L'Oreal Kids shampoo commercial, Alto Toys commercial, a disability awareness film, Disney's Hercules on VHS, Home Base, Honey Nut Cheerios, Pocket Dragons, and I played young baby Spice in a Spice Girls documentary called Zig a Zig Ah.
While you got your CV up, the next question from Mena is, have you ever said that you're able to do an accent or able to do certain skills that's required for a role even though you're actually not able to do it?
Accents are not my strong point, so if there's ever an accent required, I'm like, I'm just going to stop you right there, I cannot do that accent. And then it's like in there, if they're like, well, come in anyway and just do it in your normal accent, then I'll go and do it. I mean, I've never really been sent up for anything that's like I've never had an audition like, by the way, here's your audition, but you've got to do it in a Scottish accent. Like, that's never happened.
Yeah. I've had 2 auditions where they've said you have to do it in this accent. One was Priscilla, which I talked about before.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to do an Australian accent. And the other one was, which I didn't actually do this audition. I don't know why. I think I must have got a job, so I couldn't do that job. But it was for The Commitments.
Oh, yeah.
So that would have been like a Irish accent.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I think they are now in my they are now in my CV because I practiced them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, keep them in now. So it's weird because I sort of my accent bit was pretty small.
Yeah.
And then every time I go for an audition, I think, I did all right there with that accent.
Shove it in.
Whack it in. I now can do it.
There's some that I reckon I could blag my way through.
Do you know what my accents are?
Yeah.
So I have American, standard, so standard American.
Yeah.
Australian, thank you Priscilla.
Yeah.
Cockney.
Nice.
Yeah. English standard, which I don't know what that really is. Irish, Southern, which is thanks Commitments. Lancashire, which is like up near I'm from. Liverpool, Manchester, RP, and Yorkshire.
I've just got RP on my CV because I want no one to ever think that I am any good at accents.
Just RP.
Just RP, yeah.
Yeah.
American I'm fine with, although I'm sure people would dispute that. Northern, like general sort of like your accent, I'm fine with. I did a whole audiobook in that accent. And I feel like there's some that I could probably like practice enough to the point where I can like get through an audition and then like have like lessons. Like Australian, I think I'd manage. But then there's some where I'm just like, no. Irish, Scottish, Welsh, I'm like, I'm sorry, no.
That's the thing though, with like accents, it's like, because I think back to when I was I think back to when I had these auditions that required an accent, like when I auditioned for American in Paris and I had to do French. Like, I could do the French accent in the context of those scenes.
Yeah.
Because I practiced, I was like, okay, remember that sound, remember this, remember that, and it just became, I learned that script. But if I went in the audition and they were like, right, throw the script away.
Let's do some improv.
Let's do some French improv, I'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because then I've got like, say other words in that accent, which then I'd like go out the window.
Yeah.
Well, so I think none of us really have added skills or anything to our CV, or for an audition. Only accents for me, after I've like, felt like I've done alright with it. So yeah, that was that. CVs, things to learn about.
I'd rather someone look at my CV knowing that I can't do this and I can't do that and then be pleasantly surprised when I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, invite me to the audition anyway and then be surprised that, oh, she can actually do that. That's good. But
sometimes they don't look at your CV and go, what, you're not high schooled at jazz dancing? And you're like, no, it's not on my CV.
Yeah.
So sometimes it goes the opposite way. They're like, oh, didn't know you couldn't speak French. It's like, it's not even on my CV, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, very weird. Right, that's that. Let's go then, eh? Bye everyone, be safe out there. Don't
put anything on your CV that you can't do.
Yeah, don't do that, because it might bite you in the hiney.
Hiney?
Right everyone, bye!